Excuse me, I got tit sweat right here.
Booby sweat.
Booby sweat.
It's a natural thing. You know, heat, boobs,
Water.
creates boob sweat.
Heat, boobs create water.
Hello, you beautiful nerds. Welcome to the Drunk Banthas podcast, where we talk about sci-fi, fantasy, horror, and all the popular art that we love. Also, we do it drunk.
Mostly, bitch, mostly.
Always encouraged, but never mandatory. I am joined, as
Groucho
always.
says, smoke all day and drink all night.
It's the 420 Groucho up in the house.
What you think was in Groucho's cigar, bro? You thought it was tobacco? It's the wacky tobacco.
Joined as always by my co-host, brother Bill. How you doing?
What's up, y'all? It's your favorite cousin Bill up in the motherfucking piece, getting ready to smoke a blunt and talk to y'all about probably our favorite series finale of the year. Actually, definitely the best season finale of the year.
Okay.
I will give this TV show.
Now, I haven't watched. Sorry, before you say that, I haven't watched Dave. Would you put it over the Dave finale? Because I know y'all had some fun over at the 9 Nerd Yards channel. Check
Dave
those
finale
episodes out.
was... No, you know what? Dave finales are always underwhelming to me. Fuck that.
The finales aren't the best part of the, like...
No. Because they're usually leaving it open for something else. You know what I'm saying? Like, leaving you, like, with the same thought that you had at the beginning of the show, which is that Dickie is a fucking asshole who's fucking worried about himself all the time. Like, he's a narcissistic creature amongst artists. So he's great. But,
okay.
I mean, like, you know, that works. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like the show.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, as far as how you leave each season, this is Game of Thrones level of seasons finales right here. This is what we're talking about. We're talking about no happy endings. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm talking about. I like that kind of shit. Like, where will we, like, what's gonna happen? Right. You don't care about what's gonna happen if something good happens every time they end the season.
Right. And
24.
And this is sort of a bittersweet ending because there's some good. It sort of ends on a hopeful note, but yeah, we had to go through a lot of emotional and physical turmoil before we got to that point. But guys, if you haven't guessed it already from the way that we're talking and from the thumbnail that you just clicked on, today we are talking about The Warrior. Season 3, episode 10 is the finale.
It's kind of hard to punch with this thing.
Oh yeah. It's hard.
Look,
hard to
anybody wanting to look for that smoke? This is a good week to get me because I ain't got but one. I ain't got but one pinky, and I can't really punch with this left hand. I mean, fuck around, find out, goddamn it, but I can't. So I can't really punch, but.
It's gonna be a lot of throat chops instead. This has been the summer of throat chop for sure.
I definitely am trying to find somebody to throat chop right now. No violence. We don't believe in violence here at the Drunk Banthas.
Yeah, of course.
Only violence that takes place unless it's the Sith.
Or unless it's the Tongs. Again,
right.
We're talking about episode 10, A Window of Fucking Opportunity. I love that they swear in their titles of their episodes. Yeah, I hope that this gets nominated for an Emmy and they have to say,
you think that has anything to
opportunity.
You think that has anything to do with its lackluster feel for in Hollywood, at least? Like, I understand that it gets high ratings as far as top shows on HBO, but you gotta also realize there aren't a lot of good shows on HBO, people. So you got to take that into account as well.
Yeah, this is kind of a dry season for like new shows on.
So it's a great time for them to be on. I mean, clearly. But I'm just wondering if you think that has anything to do. I mean, besides the fact that they're Asian. Like, duh.
Besides the obvious race factor, I do think that there is some like in the same vein as how Sons of Anarchy was probably seen as a little too raw for your award show people. This show, it gets very, very violent. It gets very sexual. But I think the themes and the writing is still very, very strong. Cinematography, everything else about the show is still really strong. So I don't see why that holds people back. Well, actually, I know why that holds people back is because there is mostly Asian people. Because like you mentioned, House of the Dragon, Game of Thrones, they do things like this too. But every year, the Game of Thrones was up for nominations. So
they call that a lob. I lobbed that up for you, bro. I was
alley hoop.
I'm being told it's called an alley oop.
But yeah, like
that's much easier to say.
You kind of alluded to this already. Well, I guess, you kind of mentioned it already, but do you feel like this is just like a really satisfying finale?
This is the best season finale in the last, 3 years that we've seen or something like that.
Do you feel like it was better than like the first 2 season finales? Like do you feel like
you're
more?
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
It was.
Okay.
It was because it was like more stakes, higher stakes. Stakes have risen.
For sure.
Yeah.
The first 2 seasons did kind of blend for me because I watched them back to back because I came to the show a little late. I think, we both came to the show a little late. But I do feel like this was a really strong finale.
I'll mostly come late and always strong.
And certain moments felt a little anticlimactic, but I think that it was just more so me just wanting scenes to last for 45 minutes. Like, I just want, it's like, can this fight scene last, for
you were
2 hours?
actually just asking, you were being greedy. The shit kicks off 10 minutes into the fucking episode.
Yeah, it begins, let's just go ahead and jump into it. It begins with
Get to
Mylene
the nitty gritty, Alex.
visiting Eliza Pendleton.
No, you're not going to give the white lady credit. She's the one who popped on him first.
Oh, wait, what?
You said it starts with Mylene?
Yeah, Mylene visiting Eliza Pendleton, the wealthy socialite she befriends earlier in the season.
No, it started with... it starts with Bill finding the dead bodies, right?
No, it starts with it opens with the scene with Mylene, and then it transitions over to I think Strickland.
Okay.
Yeah. Then it goes over to Strickland. Yeah, this is because I was like, because I was so excited that this is the way that it.
What was the white lady's name?
Eliza Pendleton.
This bitch. I don't know why that's what her name was. That's what I was gonna say. This bitch fucking called the goddamn popo on my girl Mylene. Ji Zhang,
I think is her. Is her name. Ji Zhang.
Yeah, man. Fucking called police on my girl, man. I had to whoop your ass. And so you think at the beginning that she's gonna kill this bitch, but she doesn't. She inspires that bitch to kill her husband.
Yeah, that was really interesting, and it was one of a few times in this episode where for this show to be a very bloody show, the biggest surprise was someone not dying.
No, I wasn't surprised me. They can't kill this white bitch. Then the same things that they were worried about before are gonna happen to them again. So what you got to do is, you want to get back at this bitch, make her kill her husband. Then she got to go to prison for killing her husband. Hey, she's still a woman. That's what Mylene was reminding her. Like, hey, bitch, we could have been friends.
Yeah.
We could have really did some shit together. I could have helped you out, get something of your own. But you know what, bitch?
Right.
You tried to make me a hoe. You tried to make me a hoe. So what I'm going to do for you right here, I'm going to give you a pass. What you got to do is you got to sit around looking at that nigga all the time, knowing that you ain't never did shit except try to put the one bitch who wasn't going to fuck your husband, try to put that bitch on blast. Let me tell you something now. A time is a coming, a reckoning. Yeah?
Yeah, it was some shameful shit that she did.
That was some goddamn Jezebelish type shit. And so now she's going to kill her husband. And she's going to go to prison.
Yeah.
I hope that's the first scene, opening scene, first episode, season 4. Somebody reading the newspaper. Maybe Lee reading the newspaper. And it's goddamn, or Buckley reading the newspaper. And this bitch is in the newspaper. She done stabbed her husband. What's her name?
Eliza, yeah.
Liza, whatever her last name is, kills her husband. They'll call her Liza the lizard or Liza the serial killer. Look at her. She's a crazy bitch. Lock her up. You know?
Yeah.
They'll do her like Hillary Clinton in this bitch.
That would be a nice like little tag, just seeing her hauled off to jail and just like the opening montage, just to see how that.
I don't even need to see her locked up. Just see her in the newspaper. Boom. Sealed up. I'm good.
Right. Yeah, that'd be a nice little tag. And this was because I did predict earlier, wrongfully predict
Thanks,
earlier.
though, man. I just found out what a tag is the other day. So thanks.
Oh yeah, no problem. I predicted earlier in the season is like, oh man, my leg's gonna come back on this girl like hard, and I expected her to kill her or torture her or do something fucked up, but I wasn't expecting this. And this was not the only person I expected to die in this episode that did not. But we'll get into that later.
Talk about it.
But yeah, then we move on to Strickland, alone in his home, when Nelly and Atoy break in. What did you think of this scene of Atoy and Nelly getting their revenge on Strickland?
You know what I thought? I mean, we predicted this, didn't we? I mean, I said it. I said Atoy was about to get in that ass like a bicycle without a seat. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah, I figured that this was coming especially after the last episode.
But maybe I didn't think it was gonna come first 10 minutes in the episode. Damn. Yo, it was a lot going on the first 10 minutes. And you know what? I was telling this to Sarah the other day. I was like, yo, because we were watching episode 9 and then we watched episode 10, right? Mm-hmm. She was like, boring, through all the like romantic scenes. Mm-hmm. She's like, get to the flick, you know, like, oh, get to the flick, you know what I'm saying? Like, but then when the intense parts came up, like Leary with the, actually, that's why I watched the last episode and then the episode before that. Okay, so, but yeah, with the last episode with Leary busting up dude, like, hey, boom, this is why you watch, this is why you sit through the boring. You sit through the boring to get to this. And if you thought the whole season was boring, this is why you sat there and waited to get to this.
Right.
To get to this moment. The whole episode was just full of pow, 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 pow. And I loved how Atoy toyed with this dude.
Yeah.
She had what we call in the video game community, a flawless victory. She put that nigga down without even getting a touch.
Yeah, that was amazing. It was great seeing Atoy just like in full form, and she wasn't even like stressed about it. like obviously Lai. We all suspect the Atoy is better than Lai, even though Lai's got fucking sick with the moves. She's looks beautiful just the way that she fights, but.
She young.
Like,
and she fight with anger.
But the toy, my God, she just showed you how nice she is. She's fucking surgical with it. So that was really nice to see her coming back. And also, an interesting thing narratively, because, they could have just had Atoy and Nelly come back and kill him, which, they obviously did. But, it kind of just, it would feel empty if there wasn't just like this also... the suspense of Leary and Bill are on their way into the house too, and they might get figured out, and then now Leary and Bill have to deal with this body. Like it builds onto something rather than them just getting their revenge, because that would just feel kind of hollow.
Well, it wouldn't have felt hollow. It would have felt. I agree with everything you said except for the hollow part, because like everything about that was like that finished the chapter for them, because it goes all the way back to the last season.
Yeah, with the
so them finishing this off, really, is it not like a part, like it's a growth for them? You know what I'm saying? They did it together. They're a couple still. Like this white lady clearly is like down for the cause. Look, everybody out there, there's some real niggas out there watching this right now. And some of them done had a white bitch hold them down. And look, and there's more of you that didn't have one hold you down. So I'm going to tell you, when you find one to hold you down, that one is the real one. You know what I'm saying? She a real ally. So you got to ride with this lady forever now. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it wouldn't have been hollow if they did end it. But I will agree that it does build on, and that makes it better for sure. But I wouldn't have felt it hollow. I would have felt like he getting his chickens is coming home to roost, as Malcolm X would say.
Well, speaking of hollow, a toy does feel a little bit. She's feeling empty. She says she feels nothing after it because she's, even though she's avenged Lie and the deaths of all the women that died at the farm, it doesn't bring them back. She still feels guilty, but she does find comfort in her beautiful white lady.
Right,
so
but you know what the white lady told her though? She told her, she touched her face real soft. Because the toy said, there are more men, like bad men, like Strickland. And they just gonna keep on being bad, right? And the white lady touched her face real soft, and she said, "It's because Whitey will take it. It's because Whitey will take it. Didn't you see what he did to my shit, bitch? I had all the love, all the luxury that I could have in my life. And you know what I realized?
I had riches and bitches.
I had riches and bitches. Don't you know I eat pussy? I had riches and bitches and wine, grapes, the finest grapes in all of the world. And Whitey took it from me too. So, I'm just glad I met you so we could kill this nigga."
Man.
So, yeah, man.
Too late.
Whitey will take it. We getting them Whitey will take it t-shirts made for y'all.
Speaking of Whitey taking things, Buckley, he's the original Don Dada of taking shit.
Apparently now he's taking it in the butt.
Well, he's
figuratively,
of course. He's giving. He's proposing to Catherine.
Wow.
He's giving
so
her
many innuendos we can go into.
He's giving her a ring. He's proposing to Catherine. He seems he's unaware that his political aide Stuart Gum, terrible name, is sleeping with Catherine.
Yo, never have money criticism of this show. Who the fuck came up with that name? You know what? I'm assume it's the nigga, whoever the nigga is who decided that this nigga needed to be in the show.
Right.
Because this nigga can't act.
Because I was like...
he got a weird looking face. He not even like a stereotypical pretty dude. Like, Lee. Lee is like a stereotypical pretty dude. Even if you don't like Lee's acting, you just be like, well, I know why he's in the show. Because he's just like here to get these white bitches hot in the pants. Like, you know what I'm saying? We know why he there.
Handsome gentleman.
We know why he there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If he wasn't a good actor, we know. What the fuck is this nigga? I don't understand it.
He's like...
And is he brown? Is he Mexican? Is he Italian? He ain't white. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, 1880s white. Somebody somewhere know this nigga. Is somebody on set that worked there? Like, somebody let this nigga in. This is like, you got in a bit, your show is big. Now we gotta let what's his name, cousin, brothers, aunties, daughters, sisters, son come up in this motherfucker.
Yeah, it's like, he kind of looks like he walked into a plastic surgeon's office and said, "Give me the Harry Connick Jr." Because his face looks like almost there, but just like he's an illegitimate son or something. I don't know.
Gave him a Harry Connick Jr. with a O.J. Simpson forehead. I mean, he's just not. Look, sorry. Look, I might meet this nigga sometime. Look, I don't want to make fun of your fucking face so hard. But I just don't understand how, let's just say this. He's a weak cast member. What's her name? The white lady from last two seasons?
Yeah, homegirl.
She's still in the credits.
Yeah, she's still in the opening credits sequence.
Yo, what's up with my white lady? Like, yo.
I thought that was her at the beginning of the episode. I was like, oh shit, she's back.
Right.
No,
man. Bring back our Snow Bunny, man. This bitch that y'all brought in here, this Buckley's big titty mistress. We could have did that. Why does she have to have a dude involved? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
she could be planning and plotting and scheming on her own. Why has it got to be this nigga involved? This nigga didn't exist the entire season. So, like, we don't need him. We literally don't need him. He's a vehicle that is not of any substance whatsoever.
Right. Yeah. And I'm
unless there's a whole bunch of shit that got edited out. he was like in the whole season, but we just never saw him. That should be funny.
This guy is not very.
This is bad. How do we make Williams' cousin look good?
Yeah, he's also not just like my favorite character. I don't see to what end I should like care about this union and what goes forward. It's the least interesting part of the episode.
Right.
Luckily, it doesn't last very long. But moving right,
yeah, that's because he was having sex. It didn't last long.
Well, it seems like he was just giving. Like,
so, what do you think her purpose is? What do you think she gonna do?
Yeah, I have no idea.
All right, well, fuck it.
And I can't really. I'm just saying, like.
No, I'm joking.
I was trying to think about it. Like at the time, like when I was watching, I was like, "But what do you want?" And what?
To what end? What you gonna do? Suck on his nub? Like,
yeah.
Buckley don't got nothing. He's just the mayor. Like, I mean, what you want? To sneak in and steal the mayorship? It ain't like the fuck. This ain't really Game of Thrones,
right?
Like,
you can't just
you can't marry him and then kill him and then take over the mayorship.
Yeah,
like I don't know what the fuck they're planning on with that, but maybe she plans on. Maybe he killed. Look, this is what I'm gonna say. Maybe Buckley killed her brother in the wall.
Oh, that would be interesting.
Right?
That would be interesting. Give her.
Or maybe Buckley killed the bitch ass nigga's brother in the war.
Yeah.
Well, father, because he look kind of young. So I'm like, his father, son.
Yeah.
That could be crazy because nobody really knows that Buckley's situation,
right?
His past.
It seemed like she kind of knew pretty, like before he even told her, or like before he told her about, the nature of
hating niggers,
his injury. But we'll see how that develops. If it's more of a personal angle, I guess that makes it a little bit more interesting. But I'm still, I'm more interested in Buckley than those two people.
I feel that.
But as the Secret Service prepares to raid the Long Z territory with the various Sons of Anarchy,
it's actually Hopway territory with the Long Z. It's Long Z territory with the Hopway plates. That's right.
Yeah. Because they're in cahoots now. The Tongs are working together, but now it just leaves them all in one spot for the Bulls to come in and arrest everybody.
Right. When Tongs aren't working together, man, it's hard to pick up your steaks and your barbecue ribs, chicken pieces of chicken when they're not working together.
Yeah, you need the tongs to work together if you're gonna actually.
It's like trying to use chopsticks with your pinky and your index finger.
Yeah, if you're just trying to use one chopstick, it doesn't work. But yeah, like it's what did you think of this scene with the Bulls closing in on the Long Z and the Hopway? A lot of things going on. Happy Jack's crew's showing up. Assam's trying to get out with the plates. Hopway versus Secret Service. All kinds of crazy shit. What did you think of this?
I felt like this is why I like this show, right? You just said it was a lot going on. I don't feel like it was a lot going on. It was like the best way to make it seem like a lot was going on without spending hardly any money, without having a lot of shit shown. Like, we're going to make this real quick fight scene. Bing, 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 out. Next spot, bing, 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 out. And then bing, bing, we can kind of slow it down to a point like, where it's like, okay, fight scene over. Right. This is like a dance, people. You got fight scenes are a dance. You know what I'm saying? And if you ever gone to an interpretive dance or seen an interpretive dance, it's slow, or it's like starts out boom, like boom, 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 and then they kind of ease you down, and that's how fight scenes go. So, or good ones. So yeah. I liked that whole scene, but I liked it mostly because the way that they did it. I'm sure they saved so much money instead, because some of the fight scenes in this show from season 1 to this season can be long, and that they took a long time to shoot, and that's expensive. So I liked how they did it. This one was just like, we're gonna spend money on the CGI headshots, and and we ain't gotta worry about trying to show niggas throwing fucking hatchets and shit. Like, we ain't gotta worry about fight scenes. We just we got 2 fight scenes in this scene. That's it.
Yeah, and there was a lot of craziness like going on with people shooting and running and fighting. But like you mentioned, this show has always been very economical about the way they do things. So it was short and sweet. We got in, we got out, and we got a cool little fight scene between Happy Jack's brother and Assam. And Assam gives Lee the plates. Done deal. Everybody's happy. I think they just needed that moment between them so Lee knows that Assam didn't bring Happy Jack's guys there. So he would not feel a certain way about.
Also, Lee doesn't really trust Assam like Bill trusts Assam.
Right, that's true. They don't have that.
They don't have that same rapport. So I think they were building that for next season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because this season opens with Bill basically saying, "All right, get the fuck out of here, otherwise I'll have to arrest you." And this scene ends with Lee being like, "All right, get out of here before I have to arrest you."
Yep.
So it's
look, Alex,
cool.
You're doing a great job, man. You're like analyzing television.
Yeah.
And movies. And we do that here on the Drunk Banthas, man. You guys, right now, you should subscribe. You should actually hit the 10-second button 3 times. Then subscribe. and then like and share it with somebody. Like, I can't stress to you enough how much we appreciate everybody who watches all the time.
Yeah.
But if everybody who watches right now sends this to their grandmama or their sister or somebody, it'll be a great help. We need all the help we can get.
Yeah, and every little bit helps, man. We appreciate all you guys supporting. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers. We're eking up there.
We never even talk about that. But we are almost there.
We are almost there. Unless you're listening to this in the future where we got like 2 million subscribers, which like you can be like, oh, how humble. How cute they were back then.
And I really fucking appreciate you. Because goddamn, you fuck with us. If you done fucking started all the way at the top, you done made your way to the bottom of the fucking dive. Feed in the goddamn bottom. And we ain't, oh man, that's crazy.
Oh man,
we're not too far at the bottom. We're almost at 200 episodes, y'all. Tune in. We might have something special for the 200 episodes.
Check us out.
I think we're just gonna do it live.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, then Assam, as he's on his way out, he gets knocked upside the goddamn head. But Hong comes to his rescue. But Assam is still concussed, so he doesn't wake up for another couple of hours. He discovers that the Hopway is preparing for something, and he initially thinks that they intend to go hunt down Yan Mi. And I was like, I only thought that because that's what he said, because I assumed it was Myling too. But when he said, leave Yan Mi out of this, I was like, yo, are y'all really all about to go kill Yan Mi? Like, I don't think it's going to take the whole Hopway.
Yeah, I mean, well, look. I'm sorry, the way you said Hopway, like, you're not supposed to pause like that. It's the Hopway. It ain't the Hopway. Nigga, because once you say it like that, then I'm like, what is he talking about? But yeah, man, I'm gonna give Assam a pass, even though he is technically the dumbest dude on the show for sure. He's definitely the dumbest dude on the show, but he had a concussion, so and he's panicking. You know what I'm saying? Oh, shit, couple hours. Nigga, I'm supposed to be on the train. What the fuck's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it.
He's got Yan Mi on the mind. So, yeah, that's just where his mind went. He wasn't thinking about his sister.
Oh, man. Everywhere I go, I got Yan Mi on my mind.
And then this ends up with turning into the greatest fight scene of the season, in my opinion. Oh, well, I don't know. Between this one and the one between Jimmy Lee and Joe Taslim. But yeah, where it's the Hopway versus Assam. He has to take on the entire Tong. What did you think of this scene? The physicality, the emotionality, everything.
Man, let me tell you something. This was a straight up homage to Bruce Lee all the way. Everything in this was an homage to Bruce Lee. From the... So you're being mad disrespectful right now. Not paying attention.
I smoked what I smoked.
From all of the hand signals and the gestures and the...
Yeah, that was nice.
And the, the nunchakus, and also he was like fighting like this at a certain point. Like he was like walking like this because he was just like, that's not how that nigga walk. But that's not how that nigga stand. But he was trying to emulate, obviously, Bruce Lee. You know, how many times do you think? I mean, the guy is an actual martial artist. Can't remember his name, but he's an actual martial artist.
Andrew Koji.
Andrew, what up, Andrew? He's an actual martial artist, and he probably, back in the day, he probably wouldn't have, man, not even back in the day, man, 2012, he'd probably just be a stunt actor, a stunt guy. Like, that'd be all he was, and he's a fairly young dude. This could be a really good launching point for him to be, like, a real huge action star. Because, I mean, the shit that he's done this entire 3 seasons has just been crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's super Chinaman.
Yeah, he's been incredible in this show, just like from what he's been able to do in all the fight scenes, obviously, but he's really grown as an actor too. Like, I feel like he gets stronger every season. And yeah, like to your point, yeah, I hope this is a nice jumping off point for him. I think he was in Snake Eyes, but nobody saw that movie. Yeah, that was a fucking weird one. Like,
well, how old was he in Snake Eyes? Well, how old is this nigga? Is he 50?
Snake Eyes only came out like 2 or 3 years ago.
Snake Eyes?
Yeah, that's yeah.
What Snake Eyes are we talking about?
G.I. Joe Snake Eyes.
Okay, nigga. Yeah, you better get out of here with that shit. I'm like, nigga, Snake Eyes?
I forgot there was a Nicolas Cage movie called Snake Eyes.
I'm like, nigga, Snake Eyes?
Yeah, actually, Andrew Koji is 62 years old.
Boy, I was about to say, stop, nigga. If this nigga is 56 years old, doing what he doing, nigga, what is wrong with you, Hollywood? Give this nigga an Oscar and an Emmy and a Tony. Get out of here. But no, yeah. Snake Eyes. Never saw it.
But yeah, then
the more you know.
Yeah, the more you know. Yeah, Sam. I thought this was like an interesting scene for him because we've always had the brother-sister conflict be the root of the show. Like, that's why he came to America, is to save his sister. And now his sister, like, as soon as in the first episode, that all turns to shit. Now he has to figure out what the fuck he's gonna do with his life. So it's interesting that, like, he's still, when it comes down to it, when it's like life or death, you got to make a decision. He's gonna choose his sister, and I thought that was a really beautiful.
Well, he did that last season, in my opinion. He decided he had been basically forgiven her. You know what I'm saying? And then in the 3rd season, he's trying to, like, just stay afloat. He thinks, in my mind, I see it as like he's just thinking, like, hey, everything's cool. Like, my homies ain't trying to kill my sister ain't trying to kill my homies. Like, it's not cool, like that, but, like, it's cool. Like, but, I ain't even forgiving her for almost killing me, you know what I'm saying? So it's all right if it ain't cool like that, you know what I'm saying? I'm just chilling. But, like, that wasn't really, like, the main focus of this season like it has been the last 2 seasons. It was more of, like, Chinese conflict as a whole, like, their whole culture being affected by fucking raids and fucking, people stealing from them and falsely accused of crimes and locked up, You know what I'm saying? So like police brutality, like all kind of shit was going on in this season. And they focused more on like, hey, Chinese people was gay, and like, which I guess is probably important. You know, they probably don't even let you talk about that kind of shit in China. So you know, it's probably important to somebody. I don't know, but it was also important for them to show the gay part of San Francisco, because San Francisco used to be the capital of gay. It was like the gay.
It's probably still like,
Well, it's not the capiple no more.
Right? Yeah.
I'm talking about the capital. I mean, yeah, of course. What you think, they excommunicated all the gay people?
It's cool that they introduced that part, because, like you said, like gay culture has always been a part of San Francisco for since forever,
eons.
So it's cool that they always have that parallel with history, and yeah, I lost my thread.
Well,
you say stuff now.
That's when we do this smooth thing where we move on to the next topic, which for me, it's what did you think about Goku and Young Jun versus Assam?
Man, I thought it was great, and because this is where the direction of the show is so top tier, because we have the great popcorny fight scene at the beginning where he's beating all the Hopway, the fucking underlings, the nobodies, beating the shit out of them.
Well, not all of them, because apparently some of them had already left.
Yeah, I guess some of them, were just smart enough to be like, hey, let's go kill the defenseless woman. Like, we're not gonna be able to. We're not gonna win this fight against Assam.
They said they only got like 3 niggas over there. I heard it was 8. Hey,
I heard all the good niggas left.
Hey, even if it's 8, nigga, I ain't finna stay here. Hey, you right. We should go on over there. I don't care if it's 16 niggas over there. Nigga, I'm going over to the bitch's house. This nigga is crazy. That nigga, I know what that nigga finna do.
His face is on the wall.
This nigga face is outside, nigga. Come on now.
Yeah, like
his face is on the wall. Is that it from something?
No. All right, it feels like it should be from Goonies or something.
Nigga, we need to put that in a clip. His face is on the wall. Oh gosh.
Oh, gee.
You want me to go fight him? His face is on the wall.
Fucking Jimmy Stewart in the 4th season of.
Oh gosh, Alice. You want me to go say something to that Chinaman? I mean, his face is on the wall.
His face is on the wall.
Oh, nobody who's like, ain't no 60-year-olds who's gonna be watching this. Don't nobody know what the fuck we talking about right now. And if you don't watch Bugs Bunny, then you don't know what the fuck we talking about. Man, all the shit we plug for HBO, y'all owe us a goddamn check.
Yeah, right? Shit, anyway. Like, y'all got some good stuff on there.
Shannon Lee, somebody cut us a check.
But yeah, I thought that this was just like, but yeah, like they had a really great fight at the beginning, and you get to your classic warrior music. But then when Assam is versus Young Jun and Goku, music stops.
What?
It's like, it's serious time.
It's serious time.
Everything's serious. Shh, it's serious.
I don't know why they thought they was finna whoop his ass.
Yeah, right. It's not. Yeah, the physical stakes were very, very low. I don't think that he's gonna lose this fight, but it's just sad.
Well, actually, when they got to them two, you know what? Because when they got to that point where it was just gonna be Hong and Young Jun, I was like, I realized in that moment, oh, he ain't killed nobody that was in that room.
Yeah,
he just fucked their ass up. He ain't killed nobody.
Yeah.
I was like, he ain't gonna kill either one of them. Mm-hmm. Like, off top, I was like, them his real boys, like these niggas, like, they chill with each other all the time. They've established that these two guys are his boys. Yeah. So I was like, he ain't gonna kill them. But he finna whoop they motherfucking ass. Like, when he grabbed, like, just fight scene wise, he had the nunchakus, and then, he went to go wop, wop, wop. And Hong took it from him, like, snatched it, like, with the beads. And then he had the other nunchaku. He was just like, drop. Because he knew, oh, y'all want to use like, oh, that's a weakness now.
Right.
Let me move on to this. But it may come off like, oh, I don't need these to fuck y'all up. It really was like, oh, this is a weakness now. I can't use this because Hong over here acting like a bitch. So I'm going to go ahead and put that down. I'm going to whoop his ass. And then he got tired of that goddamn rope. Next time we hit him with that rope, he was like, you hit me with some goddamn beads. Snatched that shit, broke that shit. Like, fuck this shit, nigga.
You want to hit people with garbage hands.
Then Hong was kind of useless after that. Did you notice? Like, he was kind of useless after he didn't have his little whippy beads no more.
That's what gives him a leg up in the fight. Is the beads. And
well, he only know one style, drunken style. You have to be you have to be a real master.
Yeah, Sam
because you don't know nothing about the last dragon.
Sam's got the glow for sure.
That nigga got the glow. Oh, the glow.
Y'all keep an eye out for the Doesn't Hold Up episode, The Last Dragon. That's definitely coming soon.
Right.
Soonish. Just keep an eye out for it. But it's a great fight scene. Assam gets stabbed. He gets gut stabbed right before knocking out.
Speaking of stab, check out the Futurama episode.
Oh yeah.
Our episode about Futurama.
Yeah, I mean, you can watch Futurama too.
No, fuck great. Futurama. And we need y'all to watch our shit.
It's he gets stabbed in the stomach right before he knocks out Hong and June, and he still tries to make his way over to Mai Ling to save her. But when he arrives, he sees Mai Ling just barely clinging to life. Now, did you think that she was dead here when we get?
No, I immediately knew she killed that nigga.
Yeah, me too. He's not gonna show her pulling the knife out if she didn't survive.
I'm sorry for anybody who definitely felt like she was dead, and I'm also sorry for anyone who thought that she was dead, because
I mean, good for you. You got a great emotional experience. This was
because it was the music that got them. I know it was the music, but and also the fact that Chow got stabbed up right before that.
Oh, did that happen before this? Oh,
yeah.
Man, yeah.
Right before we see her situation, we see the Chow get stabbed up all in his back, all up in his chest, all up in his ass. Just stabbed. Stabbed him a lot.
Yeah, Chow.
But I don't think he's dead.
Yeah, me either. Just to set up the scene for anybody who didn't watch the episode, Chow, he shows up to give Lan Mi Assam's money that he was going to run away with her with. But since obviously he didn't make it because he was too busy whipping up every gangster in
No, he didn't make it because he got beat upside the head by a goddamn racist ass Irish cop.
Yeah, he was in too many fights that day.
To be fair, he was a regular ass cop. I guess not even like he was racist. They were doing their job, I guess.
Right, yeah.
In this situation,
this one was was, I guess, somewhat justified. But
and he seen what that nigga could do.
Right,
that nigga was in first.
Now,
yeah, that's a cop from season 1. You don't want to be.
Yeah, that's it.
He know, man. Look, I'm gonna hit this nigga right now. Quiet too. I'm gonna walk up on him sleepy, like. Ooh.
And I like how Hong didn't kill him, because it's almost like. Yeah. Because he didn't fuck him up as bad as he did that dude who was in the bar.
Yeah, but they also had to leave. But also, I think it's like I said, that guy has been in the season since the first season. Yeah. Like he's been on the series since the first season. So I don't see that guy dying anytime soon. Yeah,
same with one of the Long Z guys who was at the end, because he's I think he's been on Corridor Crew before. Like one of their stuntman reacts. That's the only reason I remember him. But he was the main dude who showed up and was like, we taking off our jackets. We'll get to that later.
No, well, I mean, we're really basically there. Right?
Yeah. Well, I just want to talk about this moment with Chow real quick, because you said that he's not dead. Do you think that what makes you think he's still alive?
Because when you kill a main character, they get what do you call it? An absolute death, an unquestionable death, definitive. Life falls out of their eyes. You know, that type of shit. Yeah, and also they gave him the Jon Snow view.
They did give him the Jon Snow.
They gave him the Jon Snow view. Almost turned the same way, like. And I don't think Child's dead.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I was looking, like to your point, I was looking to see if, like, I was like, okay, if he stops moving before they cut to the next scene, then he's probably dead. But he was still wiggling. I was like,
Child has a will to live, nigga. Child, because when he left him, he said, "How you doing, Child?" Like, I was like, "Oh no, he gonna live."
Yeah.
Because it doesn't make a conflict. Because that guy ain't got no beef with nobody really other than Child. So, like, what kind of conflict does this guy have? Like, what does he add when he comes back to the series? If not conflict, so Child is gonna have to be that there for him.
Yeah, yeah. It's
gonna be some, man. I think we're gonna see the darker side of Child. Come see the darker side of Child.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, and I for whatever reason, I've always liked Zing as a character. Shout out to Dustin Yin, who plays the character. I've always liked him in the last season and season 2. Like when he went away, I was like, "Oh damn, is that it?" I thought he was gonna cause more mischief and make me more scared. And here he comes, making me scared.
He's got a vapor face, a vapor face. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I can't say.
Yeah.
Just for the first people who just come into the show, can't say certain words or YouTube. Yeah. So we say vaped.
Yeah, this man does unforgivable things.
Unforgivable things, dog. Like, he got a face like that.
He's got a face like
that. And I feel bad for him because he walks around in real life like he's an actor. He's not a vapor. He's not a horrible
really
person.
Nice guy.
He doesn't, like, kill people in real life. I mean, I don't think so.
I hope not.
I really hope not. You know what? I should have said I hope not. I said I don't think so, but really I should say I hope not.
Yeah, but I'm excited to see what happens next season because there's a whole lot of setup. A whole lot of things got resolved really early in the episode, and then a whole lot of things got set up toward the end. We got Joe Taslim. Let's talk about that mid-credit scene actually real quick. The remaining members of the Long Z approach Lee Yong, aka Sub-Zero, aka Joe Taslim, aka will whip yo ass, and they discard their coats and they walk down the street to I guess a Cantonese version of Little Green Bag. Very Reservoir Dogs reference, which was really cool. I think they definitely played this song. I think it was season 2, but it was with the Hop Way. What did you think of this scene with Joe? We get our signature smile there at the end of the scene.
Took the words out of my mouth, man. He did the smile, then that means somebody finna die. That's not a good sign. It's bad sign. It's bad juju. But what do I think happens? I think that he's going to have to form an alliance with the Hop Way. I think you even hear the lines from Young June. You had respect for my father when he was in his bad times. So I will honor you with this partnership.
Yeah, that would be an interesting partnership that would make sense because they're both sort of more old school. And obviously,
right, they're of the Tong for sure. Like, they are born in the Tong. They've served the Tong. They're loyal soldiers.
Yeah,
Assam and Mylene, they are out here playing. Y'all out here playing. You the only people out here playing.
Well, that's the most interesting thing I think about all of this, like the way it all kind of shook up. Is because both Mylene and Assam have just kind of been playing the cards that they've been dealt. Neither one of them like Assam doesn't really give a fuck about the Hopway. He's never been Hopway, as Atoy said.
He got sold to the Hopway. I mean, come on.
Yeah, he's just like, he just got sold.
His first thing was get on American soil and almost get deported back immediately.
Right, and he's too smart to just
beating the hell out of police.
And he's too smart to be brainwashed into like the brotherhood shit and just like be like, that's just all I think about singularly. Like he's got goals and aspirations and shit. And Mai Ling, on the same coin, like she killed Long Z, the namesake of the Tong, just so she didn't have to be like under nobody's thumb no more. And then she just kept on killing because she didn't want to be like under nobody's thumb.
Well, no, to be fair, she kept killing so that nobody would kill her, because that's basically what they were planning on doing.
For sure.
So.
But it just also just like shows that she doesn't like
Spoiler.
care about the Tong, like at least in like the old school rhetoric of it, in the same way that
Right, because she killed all the elders.
Right, yeah, she's like, she killed the past for sure. So
you know what? I
to
think
see
that's something that would have gone over well had she gone to this is ridiculously nerdy. I don't even want to say what I was about to say no more.
This is a safe
no,
space
niggas, shush. Don't make it any worse than it already. Just don't say anything, because you'll make it worse.
Okay.
So I think it would have been better for her to have gone to Young Jun, gone to Sub-Zero, and then say, look, we need to kill these old ass niggas. Because if we don't, they gonna see us as a threat. They already see us as a threat. So we got to take them out so we can run the Tongs. Because we the new. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And what do them niggas do anyway? They just collect our money. We be out here in these streets cutting throats, getting sticky. Or not sticky. Well, yeah, we be getting sticky. But we be cutting throats.
Yeah,
out here dicing with these itchy motherfuckers.
Well, yeah, as Buckley says, for her to be so intelligent, she can be quite short-sighted.
Right, but her short-sightedness is based on survival, because she's only concerned about herself. So, yeah.
To be fair, it's worked out for so far.
But it only works out to like when you're. It worked out for her before because she was unassuming, and like it was, nobody's looking for her to be doing shit.
Right.
When you're the motherfucking big fish and everybody looking at what you're doing, you got to move swift, or you got to move slowly, is what I mean to say. More accurate. You can't be out here just making big dramatic moves and act like nobody gonna notice.
Yeah, real G's moving silent.
And she's a real G now. She threw them niggas. Didn't nobody know they was getting thrown off no balcony. I'll tell you that much. It was real quiet when them motherfuckers got thrown off the balcony.
Yeah, at the end of the day, like I'm just happy to see. I feel like everybody's where they should be. Everybody was kind of lost in this season. Assam, Mai Ling, Lee, Bill. But now Bill's back with Lee. They're about to get back together. Assam is with Mai Ling, as they really should have been, and I'm really curious how they're gonna go forward. Just like trying to stake their own survival in Chinatown, because they got a whole nest of problems dealing with two other Tongs, with the Hopway and whatever Joe Taslim's Tong is gonna be. But what you got any final thoughts about the season?
I think the Hopway is gonna be fractured as much as the Long G. Then I think everybody's gonna pick sides, jump ships. It's a whole bunch of elders who had some niggas running up under them. They ain't got nobody to run with now. So I loved this season. I've got nothing but questions. So I think that's a great season. Like it's questions that I would love to get answered, not questions like I just watched The Idol and I don't know what the fuck I just saw. Like I'm just saying, like I have nothing but good questions, good excitement. I'm feeling great about the show. Everybody on the cast is great. Shout out to all the writers. Shout out to Shannon Lee, and shout out to the Hopway. You know what I'm saying? We out here in this bitch.
Absolutely. Very itchy for the season.
I'm gonna be a Hopway for Halloween, or at least I'm gonna try. And the only reason I'm not gonna be a part of the Long G is like, where do you find that shit? I don't know. And I can't afford Kanye clothes, so where do you find the shit that they wear? Them are some big jackets.
Hey man, that all gotta be tailor made. But you know, maybe if the show gets a little bit more popular, we'll get some shit. That's how you can judge a show's popularity. If you can buy a costume on Amazon for like $80, then that's a popular show.
A good one too.
Yeah, good one.
I don't know if that's ever gonna happen. Somebody from fucking wardrobe, hook a nigga up.
Hook somebody
I'm about
up,
6 feet tall. He's about 6'2". Let's help people out, man.
But guys, thank you for listening to Drunk Banthas podcast. We do this every once in a while, so go ahead and leave your like and subscribe so you can get updates on new videos.
Right there.
Check us out on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Twitter, IG, TikTok, likewise, all the internet things at the Drunk Banthas.
All of it.
Until next time, stay safe, my little green bags.
Stay safe.
And may the force be with you.
My little itchy